If you boys are looking to buy some FIFA 17 coins, head on over to golder.com and use DRG for a cheeky discount.
Hello you beautiful bookies and welcome back to the channel where today we are going to be taking a look at my team of the season predictions for the Premier League. Now I know these videos can be rather controversial because some people just don't like to accept somebody else's opinion, which is rather bloody silly. You're entitled to yours, I'm entitled to mine. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to go through all the nominees, I'm just going to go through each position and who I think will be in there with a shout of team of the season. So without any more pissing about, we're going to jump straight into it with the goalkeeper. Now I'm predicting that the goalkeeper to get team of the season will be Courtois. Now I know you've got your Llorises and your David De Gea's. Pickford's had a terrific season as well, but with Chelsea most likely to win the Premier League, I know it's looking a bit iffy at the minute with a couple of bad results, but I do think they are going to win it, which always gives you a better chance of getting a team of the season. And let's not get anything wrong, Courtois picked up a lot of clean sheets and he's been in terrific form as usual, so I do think he's a solid shout for team of the season. Now moving on to right back, I am going to go with Kyle Walker. I think he's been absolutely terrific. I always say I think the best right backs in the league, and this season there's another one added, which is Valencia from Man United. I think he's been a bloody revelation. We've got Coleman, who's picked up that unfortunate injury. Nathaniel Klein is a terrific right back as well. But I just think Kyle Walker, and I think especially with Spurs doing so well this season, I think they've shocked everybody, maybe not Spurs fans, but fans looking in are probably very surprised by Spurs this year and the fact that they've continued. Spurs always have this spout of form where they go really good, pick up a lot of points, get themselves in contention and then just drift away slightly, but they are looking very strong near the end of the season, and that is but with a lot of help from Kyle Walker, so he's my shout for a right back. Now centre back is a rather surprising one because he's not really a centre back, but it is Azpilicueta, who has been moved to a back three this season and really not been phased by it whatsoever. The whole defensive work from Chelsea this year has been pretty incredible, and you know, it was a touch of genius by Conte, to be fair. He's used certain players at wing backs and then he's used Azpilicueta as a centre back, and as I say, looked very comfortable. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't pick up a team of the season this year. Now next up at centre back, maybe a slight surprise for some people because I've gone for Koscielny. Now yes, Arsenal are having a pretty poor season on a whole, but anytime Koscielny plays he looks very, very solid. Now we also seen, was it the Barcelona game, he went off and they absolutely crumbled. When Koscielny doesn't play, Arsenal look extremely vulnerable at the back. Yes, when he plays, they haven't looked 100% all the time, but it's impossible for one man to carry a defence on his own. But he is one of the best centre-backs in the league. He's done himself no harm this season, he's been on form, so I do think he might get in there. I know lots of people might disagree, but that's who I'm going for. Right, so that moves us over to a left back, which again is another Chelsea player and another player that's been an absolute revelation this season, which is Marcos Alonso, who's been playing as a left back, left wing back, and he's been absolutely incredible. He's defended well, he's got forward, he's got assists, he's got goals. I'll be shocked if this guy doesn't get a team of the season. The work that he does defensively and offensively, I mean, defending well, assists, goals, what more can you do from a left back, left wing back position? And again, with Chelsea most likely to win the league, gives him an even better shout. Yes, Danny Rose has had a terrific season, he's a fantastic left back, but I cannot see past Alonso for that team of the season spot. Right, moving on to midfield, which is where it gets very, very exciting, and if we get some of these players, it's going to be incredible. So CDM, no shocks whatsoever. There's not one person that will disagree with what I'm about to say. It's going to be Kante. Yes, another Chelsea player, but you cannot be surprised. They have been the informed team this season. And Kante, again, is about to pick up his second Premier League trophy or Premier League medal, 2 years in the trot. And it's not a coincidence. This guy has transformed Chelsea. He's given the likes of Hazard and the other attacking players to really concentrate on attacking football. Hazard doesn't have to track back because he's more than covered by Kante. I have never seen a player like him. I did see a bit of him last season with Leicester, but this season watching Chelsea you really can see what this guy can do. He is the best CDM in the Premier League, if not the world. The guy is a machine, and 100% he's getting a team of the season. Right, moving over to the left, I've got to go for another Chelsea player, which is going to be Eden Hazard. I can't see past him. He's finally, and I say finally, back to his best, back to doing what he loves doing. And again, that leads back to Kante, because he doesn't have to worry about tracking back. Now, it's not only Kante, it's the fact that they're playing wing back, so Alonso is tracking back on the left, which means Hazard doesn't have that job. He can concentrate on staying forward, and he's reaping the benefits. He's been in incredible form. We're finally seeing the magic that Hazard has in those feet. He's dribbling past players, he's scoring bloody screamers, and again, it's going to be difficult to see past Eden Hazard for that spot. Now, over to the right. I was trying to decide whether people will agree or disagree with this one, and maybe it's me being slightly biased. I'm not totally sure, but I've gone for Mane. He's had a terrific season, don't get me wrong, but I know people will be kind of saying, does he deserve one? I honestly think he does. Liverpool's top goal scorer, he's been absolutely incredible. When he's not in the team, we've struggled, so he's been honestly fantastic this season, and I would love nothing more to see him pick up a team of the season. I'd like to know your opinions on this one especially, because it's hard for me to say it and not say I'm being biased, because I don't feel like I am, but at the back of my mind it possibly is that way, even though he has had a top season. So let me know what you think about the Mane one. Who else would you put in there instead of him? Right, moving on to the cam position. Again, it's another player that I find it hard to look past, and it's coming from Spurs. It is Dele Alli. The guy is on fire. He can do no wrong. He's banging in goals in consecutive games. He's getting assists, and he's looking like he's going to be one of the greatest midfielders in the Premier League. I think, is he only 19 or something, which is rather disgusting with how good he is right now. Imagine what he's going to be like in 4 or 5 years. So again, he's another player I would be fairly confident about getting in that team of the season spot. Right, moving on to possibly the most controversial spots, which are the strikers. And to be fair, I think you can put your name in a hat of the nominees for the strikers, take one out, and possibly not argue the fact that they deserve their spot as team of the season. The likes of Jermaine Defoe, absolutely fantastic season in a struggling team, but you don't see him getting a team of the season. I don't know, maybe, but the ones I'm going for, first off, Lukaku, top goal scorer in the Premier League. Very hard to argue the fact he's going to get a team of the season if you pick up the golden boot, but only time will tell. I'm 99% sure he's going to be in there, and I'll be absolutely shocked if he isn't. Right, so moving on to the final one, which is the one I really struggled with, because we've got Jermaine Defoe doing so well in a struggling team. We've got Firmino playing as an out-and-out striker, which he technically isn't. That's not his natural position, and he's doing really well. Harry Kane is, again, finally found his form into the season, and he's banging in goals left, right and centre. And of course, Ibrahimovic is our absolute fire. So as I say, it's near impossible, but the player I'm going for is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The age that the man is at, yes, he's not the most mobile player in the world. We all know that. You know that when you sign him. And to be fair, I hold my hands up and say, at the start of the season, when I heard he was signed, I didn't think he was going to do what he's done. Yes, I know he's a terrific player, but the Premier League is a different kettle of fish. And I thought he'd slightly struggle with the pace of the game. Or, you know, I just didn't see him doing what he's done. And I'll be the first to admit, Christ, I was wrong. But I think the fact that it's Zlatan as well will kind of push him ahead of the likes of Harry Kane. I'll actually just say it's probably between Harry Kane and Ibra. And I think Ibra will just about ease it. So that concludes my team of the season predictions for the Premier League. Let me know whether you agree or disagree. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of disagreements, but that is what the comment section is for. So jump down there, we'll have a chat, and I'm pretty sure lots of you call me a dickhead. Superb! Thanks for watching, boys. Don't forget to drop a like, it's really appreciated. If you are new around here, why not subscribe? And I'll talk to you all next time. Take care of yourselves. Cheerio.